Hello everybody, I'm Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I am so excited about today's video because I have 3 cards for you. We've got one layout and I'm going to show you 3 different ways to use that one layout. Why 3? Well, it goes along with the Noble Peacock Specialty Designer Series paper. Look at that. Do you see all that shimmer and shine, that foil going on? Guys, this is fabulous designer series paper. A little goes a long way. So is the same for our cards. A little goes a long way. So I was able to make a lot of these cards. These are great to have ready to go. We're going to use some different stamp sets. We're going to create this wonderful little butterfly card. I say we get started. All right, I'm very excited to share how to create these cards because I'm telling you, they are super simple, but boy, that specialty designer series paper sure packs a wow. All right, we're going to create this card today, but as you can see, all 3 cards, they have the same layout. We're just changing the specialty designer series paper and changing the images a little bit. Let's get started. We're going to go over the cardstock you need to create. We're going to start with a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock, and this is cut 5.5 by 8.5, and I have this scored at 3/4 of an inch and 4.25 inch. Now my stamp sets for today, I'm kind of mixing things up. All sentiments are going to come from the Strong and Beautiful stamp set. I love this one. I think these are really strong, powerful sentiments, but my images change. So for the card we're going to create today, we're going to use the Butterfly Gala along with her matching punch. Now for my sentiment and my butterflies, you're going to need just a scrap piece of Whisper White. So as long as it's, a fairly reasonable size, I'm going to guess this one's probably about 2 3/4 by, 4 3/4. It doesn't matter. We just need to have enough room to stamp our butterfly and to stamp our sentiment. I've also got a piece of Blueberry Bushel cardstock, and this is actually a punch. I'm sorry, this is a punch, the 2 1/4 inch punch. Now, if you don't have the punch, you could also use your circle layering dies or your stitched label dies. If you don't have those, guess what? This could also be a square. So just cut your square 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. It's going to look amazing as well. And now, of course, the star of the show is this fabulous foil specialty designer series paper. This is the Noble Peacock designer series paper, and boy, I hope you can see all that shine going on there. Now you're going to get 4 pieces of each of these, 12 by 12, and what's great about today's project is this is all we need. This is 2.5 by 5.5 inches. That is all we need to create any of today's cards. So we need to do a little cutting on this piece of designer series paper. I just need to cut off a 1/2 inch, so it's a 1/2 inch by 5.5, and then we're going to repeat that 1/2 inch by 5.5. And that's it. Super simple. All right, now let's go ahead and get our stamping done. I'm going to start with my Mango Melody ink pad. I'm going to ink up that butterfly, and let me just put that right down here. We can now come in with our black ink pad. This is the Memento Tuxedo Black, and we're going to stamp in black our little butterfly body. So we have one for the large butterfly and one for the little butterfly. And while I've got that ink pad out, we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment right there. I do have just a little more stamping to do, and actually I need to save that for the end, and that's going to be my Happy Mother's Day sentiment. But we're going to go ahead and get going here on this butterfly. So you see she has a matching punch. We love matching punches. All right, let's line that up in the punch. And now our butterflies are ready. Now for my sentiment, remember my Blueberry Bushel was 2 1/4. This is the 2 inch circle punch, and that's going to allow me to layer those together. All right, I'm going to set that off to the side so I can bring in my card base. Now, remember we had that extra fold, that extra score line. So I've just kind of accordion folded my card base. And now we're going to adhere those fabulous foil pieces. So we're going to start with this larger one. I'm going to use my snail adhesive. This is one of my favorites that I use quite a bit. And I'm going to adhere that first piece. You notice I'm leaving a little bit of the white showing. I just think that looks nice. It kind of gives it a nice little layering look. Remember, both of these pieces are the same size. They're both 1/2 inch. So So we can add these. Guys, I do hope you'll stick around to the end of the video so I can kind of show you the other cards that I created, because this is such a fun card. I mean, one layout, but they all look so different. Let's take our last piece of the designer series paper, and that's going to go, you notice I'm holding it flat, and this is going to just kind of center up right between that little section and that little section. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Now this flap, I actually want to adhere this down. So I'm gonna get a little snail heavy, all right? A little adhesive heavy here, because I do want to make sure that sticks really well. All right, there is my base. Now let's come in with those sentiments and our butterflies. I'm gonna adhere these two together. If you guys enjoy seeing more than one card on a video, you like seeing different versions of the same card, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I would appreciate that. All right, guys, I've got my adhesive here on the side, or on the back, on the side. Oh, I need more coffee today. All right, we're going to adhere that. You notice I did kind of let it hang off the side. I think that's fun. Now for our butterflies, all right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a couple mini glue dots here to the back of the butterfly. So kind of one at the top and one at the bottom. So right down the back, there's my flight. And I'm going to add that large butterfly right there. And yeah, see, isn't that great? Let's do the same thing with the little butterfly, we only need one mini glue dot on this one. This one's just a little one. We'll add her right there and give her some flight. Now, there is a little antenna, and let's go ahead and stamp that, because I just think it kind of finishes off the butterfly. So I'll just add that right there. Yep, super cute. Now remember I said the inside of the card I needed to wait. Yep, I did that because I knew I still needed to add this piece. We're going to say Happy Mother's Day. Of course, this sentiment can be anything you wish, but we're going to add our Happy Mother's Day right here. Now I do want to show you on my original, Connie stamped crooked. So I just simply layered my sentiment on another piece of whisper white, added a little bit of the blueberry bushel, and covered it up, because everything has the opportunity to be covered up. Am I right? All right, let me go ahead and bring in the other two cards and just how different each one looks. So this one here, I used my Tropical Chic stamp set along with the die that die cut my my little flower there. And remember, all the sentiments came from that Strong and Beautiful. This one here I thought came out really pretty. I did this one on Bermuda Bay, and then I added Pretty Peacock behind it, and then some of that silver metallic ribbon. Now, hey, if you will head over to simplysimplestamping.com, I'm going to have the measurements, photos, everything you need for all the cards. So if you'd like to recreate any of them, not to worry, you're going to have all the measurements and things that you need. I hope that you enjoyed the cards today. I think they are so stunning and so shiny, and talk about easy and quick. We like that. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's cards. I hope that you enjoyed them. If you did, I would love a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you have not already subscribed, click that great big red subscribe button. And if you liked what you saw, share with a friend. I would appreciate that. Have a fabulous day. Go create something wonderful, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.